it still the same? Hello, one, two, three, testing. Barely hear me. Testing, one, two, one, two. It's a little louder now. Should I just scream? Yes, I can hear you. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm speaking on the camera mic, and I just want to make sure that the levels are fine.
They are.
The roaming camera.
Yes. Is I'm testing. One, two. Are the levels fine? Do you want to speak?
They are. We just tested them.
How about now? Testing, testing, one, two. One, two, test.
Are you getting it now?
Test. Test, 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 test.
Just go to the.
Motherfucker. Testing, one, two, testing, test, test, test. Which input is it in? Testing, one, two, it's an input.
You're getting audio.
Two.
Okay,
I am
you're
great.
getting
Nah,
audio.
alright, great.
Super. All right, you guys ready?
Well, we're gonna do one mic. Where? Outside?
Live, 1, 2, 3. Going live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Portfolio Night at Colorado Mountain College. This is an event sponsored by the Isaacson School. Tonight, we're going to be seeing a lot of portfolios from the students that are graduating. I believe 5 or 6 today. I'm not quite sure. My name is Jesse Monsalve. Right here, we have Natuza Correa, and we're going to be your hosts for the night. Natuza is going to be interviewing some of the students for tonight, and I'll be hopefully interviewing parents and prospect employers who might be interested in the students from the school. So without further ado, I'm going to go into my little dungeon, and I'm going to pass you over to Natuza, who's going to be introducing you to everyone else.
Thank you, Jesse. Well, if you don't recognize, we are at the Spring Valley campus. We are watching a lot of people here that came to see the portfolio presentations. We have several students from the photo program, and they all have amazing work to show their families, their friends, and everybody that's here to see it. And I'm going to show you really quick the way to the portfolio room. So these are our lockers. We have some of our guests here already. We have Danny here.
Hello.
Hi. He's one of the stars of the Isaacson School program. Are you excited about portfolio? I'm just doing a very last-minute interview. I don't know if he's in a hurry, but how have you seen portfolio yet?
Not yet. I'm actually getting ready for a class, so I haven't checked out everything. But
what if you're 5 minutes late for the class because you're talking to us?
No, the class hasn't started yet. That's fine.
No, because you have done portfolio already. How exciting and nerve-wracking it is.
It's very nerve-wracking. It's just being like that kind of, you're exposed to everybody looking at your work and criticizing, so you never know what's going to happen, and it's very, very nerve-wracking and scary to put your work out there and let everybody see it.
Well, it's not that bad when you have amazing work like he does. Do you have any tips for the guys that are in the room right now?
No, not really. Just talk to everybody, kind of be friendly and enjoy it. Don't stress too much about it. And yeah, just kind of let everybody come to you and check out your work. But yeah, basically just don't stress too much about it.
Nice. Thank you very much. That was last minute. That's very nice of you. Okay, so let's keep walking. We're passing some of our classrooms. We have delicious food here for everybody. And now we're going to go to the room where everything happens. So now we're going to go to Jesse. Is that correct? We're going to Jesse. Jesse, what's going on there? Back?
I just want to hear a little bit about, who you are. Would you mind telling me, what you do here at CMC?
Okay, I am an adjunct, so I only teach three classes here. I've been to CMC almost a little over 18 years teaching here. Wow. And I've seen a lot of change, especially from, we used to do film, now we do digital the last 10 years, so obviously it's the biggest change. And I teach photo history and photo composition, which is design, and an elective class of silver. So the old-fashioned stuff, that's in spring.
So in 18 years of teaching here, you've probably seen a lot of portfolio events at CMC. Could you tell us a little bit about what you think is unique about this particular one? The students probably bring new stuff to the table that you haven't seen before, etc. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Okay, what's interesting, like I saw today, was we have Sydney Zepp. She has what's it called? Her pictures look like it's fine art. So then you, as a teacher, you think that it's good fine art. They're beautiful, but how's she going to make a living of it? At the same time, you have another one that did Cat. Her pictures are very impressionistic, and that's very marketable because you put it in hotels. So you can see where one is for the art's sake, which is beautiful, but the other one's more commercial, and that's good for her. But you gotta, when you're teaching, you gotta do both. The art because it's meaningful, but also how are you gonna feed yourself?
Okay. What sector of the photography industry are you in, or have you been practicing in? More of the fine art side of things, or more of the commercial side of things?
That's a good question. I'm a photojournalist. I've been a photojournalist for 30 years. So I have a MFA in photojournalism. So that's why I look at it totally different, because I'm a factual news visual document. So this is all out of my realm in the sense of the see, which is good, but it's we teach diversity. So that's important. You know, you could do documentary, you can do fine art, you can do a commercial stuff. You can do everything. You could be able to do everything in this day and age to make a living. There's a million photographers, so you have to be very adaptable, and you have to be marketable. To make a living.
Well, and for those of you who don't know, Sydney Sepp's portfolio is mostly based around roadkill and making Jackson Pollocks out of those as she speaks. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be taking you over to some of our students here.
Hey guys, we're back. This is the portfolio night at Spring Valley campus. We are in the photo studio. This is where students spend most of the semester doing their work. They take pictures here. They learn how to work with the lighting, with the cameras, with all the gear the Isaacson School offers to the students. But tonight, they're just here to present their work, and look, all the people that are here to see portfolio night. We have parents, we have friends, we have students, we have also maybe employers, maybe there's some possibility. And right now, all the students that are presenting their portfolios, they're super busy because they're talking about their work with everybody that's here. So a lot of them have prints of their pictures, they have their websites on the screen so people can get a business card, they can go to their websites, and they can know a little bit more of their work. We also have a lot of instructors here. A lot of the teachers, they're here the whole semester helping them figure out their best work. They're here, and I guess they're just proud to see the final work. If we look on this side, we can see that some students have some really big prints that they do here at the Isaacson School. We have great printers that students can print their pictures, and most of them have their prints of their best work here for everybody to see. And the students are all over this room. I guess we have 8 students graduating right now, and they all have different ways to show their portfolio. Some of them made books, some of them are just pulling their websites with their pictures because they have a lot of stuff to show. And we also have a lot of friends and family here that came to see their work, people that are already familiar with their work, but they also here to support them in this special night. So if we want to look around, look who's here. Tasha, let's show this person. This person doesn't want to be on camera, but she is now, because I'm going to do a little interview, even though she said she didn't want to talk. This is Dawn. She is our producer for our live stream. Thank you very much for watching, by the way. We're a little bit late, but we're here, and Dawn was very hands-on on everything. How do you think the live stream is going so far?
So far, I think we're doing pretty good. We've got our first couple of interviews down, and it's going pretty smoothly. So it's really fun and it's exciting because, like, for most of us, it's our first time showing a live broadcast. So I hope everybody's getting it out there. But it's been really fun. It's entertaining, and I think it's going really smoothly. And we got Tuesday here, who's just our lively online.
Yeah, Dawn, me, and Tasha, who's filming, we're all digital media students. So we do a lot of camera work, and today we had a hard time figuring out all the cameras, all the cables, all the audio, all the sets that we wanted to film, all the wireless stuff. But we made it, so we're here live, and I'm gonna let Dawn go, because as I said, she's the producer of our show, so she's really busy right now. I don't even know why you're here. I guess you just said that. Oh, okay. So she's here to get another person to talk to Jesse on studio. So while Jesse doesn't have a person to talk to yet, we're gonna walk around, maybe find someone else to make an impromptu interview. So let's keep going. Hey guys, so I'm just showing you. So Sydney has a website with a lot of her material. Huh? I'm in my live right now. We not?
All right, hello everyone. Did you miss me? I missed you. We found someone else to talk to, lovely Jordan King, who is a second-year student of photography here at the Isaacson School. And in passing, we were talking about the strategy he's taking because he is a second year. So traditionally, his portfolio would be this coming spring. However, he's taking a year off. It's going to take him a year to get his portfolio done, and he's going to be back in the fall. So this is actually a common thing that we see here at CMC, is people, maybe being done on the spring and then putting off that last class portfolio until the next spring or even fall.
Yeah.
Could you speak a little bit about why you decided to do that?
So basically, I had a really full load for my spring semester in 2018, and had I added portfolio on top of that load, I wouldn't have had the time that I wanted to take to focus on it, to really have a stronger portfolio when I leave here with my degree. So I'm taking the time to prepare and really think through what I want to do and what I want to portray from me as an artist, and have a really solid portfolio when I come back in the fall.
How many credits are you taking next semester?
Right now I'm at 16.
That's a full load for sure.
It is a
All
definite
right.
full load.
And, sometimes people even take just portfolio and that's it, right? Nothing else.
Yeah.
All right. So I also know that you work at the Gear Closet.
I do.
Is that as a work study or how does that work?
That is through the work study program.
Okay. Do you think your experience as a work study in the closet with all the gear? I should explain. We have a closet that we have access to with gear, cameras, microphones, gimbals, all the stuff, all the toys. And some of the students are the work studies who take care of the gear and check it out to the other students. How has that experience been for you?
It's been a lot of fun. You learn a lot about all the different types of gear that there is, what goes into storing and keeping that gear ready so anybody can use it at any given time. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
So you're probably super well versed on taking care of your own gear because you
Yes.
have to take care of the gear that someone else uses.
That is very true.
All right. And then how long have you been doing this?
This is my second semester at the Isaacson School, and this is my first semester as a work study.
Okay. Is this your very first degree here?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think of the portfolio then, of the stuff that you have been seeing today?
I felt like it was really diverse. Last semester for the portfolio, I saw a lot of the same stuff. It was still really good though. There was a lot of diversity then. But in this particular one, there's so much variety, so many different applications that were used. There's a lot of fine art, there's a lot of commercial, and a lot of lifestyle. And they all have their unique little niches, and everybody that shot those in those categories really put their own twist on what they were doing.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time, Jordan. All right. We'll take you back to Natuza here in a second, and thank you for joining in.
Hey everyone, we're back at the Portfolio Show here. Hey everyone, I'm Natuza. We're back at the Portfolio 2017 Fall Semester Show here at the Spring Valley campus. As you can see, we have one of our portfolio artists here. This is Sean Lack. He's busy now, as all of them are. He's talking to people that are interested in his work. I'm pretty sure a lot of his friends from his classes are also here because they're all here to support them. And I'm just gonna show you really quick his business card. Look at this. This is pretty awesome. This is one of the most important things that they have to do during the semester is just create their business cards. And let's see a little bit more about his work. Did it work? Do you want to be on camera and I hold the camera? Like talk a little bit?
Who's live? TTZ?
Okay, so everyone's talking in these headsets, and it's really confusing. So,
When you're done, mute it.
Wait, is that showing the program?
this is live.
Okay. No, I was like, oh my god.
Where are we
After
going
this
to
is
after
Jesse?
this? Where are we going out to after this? Because this video will end
Matt,
eventually.
you were stressing everybody out. Just what do we need to do? We need to go live. I have no problem going live.
A backup, just go to this. You need a backup,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
go to this.
we
You
have.
need a backup,
I
just go
need
to that.
this stuff we need to
So,
know.
next, you want to do the next student?
Yeah,
And
because I
do you
have their
wanna
business
take
cards. What I can do,
Yeah, do this.
because I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to talk to a lot of them. I'm going to show their business cards while we show them and just talk a little bit.
How about let's do this?
Let me hold this.
Yeah. If she
Well, hello again. Now we are with Joseph Gamble, who is a faculty member here at CMC, and you are an adjunct or full-time?
I'm an associate professor of photography, so I'm a full-time member of the professional photography staff.
How about that? Joseph has been helping the students develop their portfolios, if I'm not mistaken, and would you mind speaking about the diversity of the photography that we have out here? I know that it is quite different from years past where there has been kind of a, shall we say, theme to it, whereas today it's kind of all over the place.
Well, I don't really think that the portfolio class ever has a specific theme. I think the students kind of all track into different genres with photography, and we let them explore their passions, really, and what they want to do as photographers. And tonight's work, the 8 photographers that you see, are really no different than the portfolios we've had in the past. Tonight we have some fine art photographers working in the still life genre, the landscape genre. We have an architectural photographer. We have a photographer who shoots retail portraiture. Another photographer who does more editorial portraiture, and then another photographer who's very much an editorial lifestyle advertising photographer. We also have a photographer who does portraits of horses. So we provide a framework for the student to explore their interests and their passions. I mean, we're a career tech program, so ideally the resolution of it, the ultimate resolve, is that they're prepared for a career in photography and that they can go make money.
How does the process work? That's always something that's been kind of curious to me, because it is one class in which they develop the final product, which is here, but they work on the material perhaps during the entire stay at CMC. So do you mind speaking a little about the process of the class?
Yeah, sure. The process is it's a lecture-based class, but there's a lot of sort of benchmarks and metrics they need to hit along the way, and the critique process is really sort of the critical linchpin piece of it. They have to meet these 4 critical deadlines, present work in print format, and then the process is not only instructor to student, it's very peer-to-peer. So there's a ton of that peer-to-peer instruction that goes on there. And I think without everyone engaging in that process as a student, if they don't engage with it and it become collaborative, it shows in the end result. And so it's as much what they bring to that class as it is what Derek Johnston or myself bring, because we co-teach that class. And so we provide that framework, and then it's up to them to produce. And if that work that they produce is stuff they've brought into the program from previous semesters, then oftentimes they're in a good place, but oftentimes it can be work that they generate entirely within that class, within that semester.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of real-world examples of how it is really to work in that field. You know, like I shoot my thing and then I show it to the next person and then, you know, get some feedback, maybe produce something else. Is that the case?
Well, I think we try to tie the curriculum to the real-world scenarios as best as we possibly can, and I think that sort of drives how the program is structured. You know, at the end of the day, they have got to engage with the process in a way that they understand their market, understand their competitors, understand the financial sides of it, you know, and where they fit in. You know, photography is a very challenging and competitive media, like all of the arts.
Right.
And so we are tasked with trying to prepare them as best as we can to leave here and be marketable, you know, regardless of whether they're a fine art photographer that is a masterful shooter in the studio, or whether they shoot natural light portraits of children outdoors.
All right. Well, thank you, Joseph.
Thank
Very
you.
enlightening.
Thanks for having me.
We'll take you back to Natuza here.
Hey everyone, we're back with the Portfolio Show 2017 with the students that are graduating this fall from the photography major, and we have here Eugene Prieb, who is one of the students that are graduating. He has a lot of his pictures printed so everybody can see it, and you can tell that there's a lot of people in front of his booth and they all want to go through his work. And just saying again, these students, they print their pictures here at the Isaacson School. We have great printers that they can print their best work and show at portfolio night. Also, another very important thing, they create their own business cards, and this is Eugene's, has his
Well, hello again, everyone. And this time we have quite the guest for you. This is Derek Johnson, who is, did I pronounce that? Johnston. T in there. Forgive my accent. He's the director of the photography program. And the last person we had here was Joseph Gamble, who co-teaches the portfolio class. And with him, we talked about how, yeah, I'll do the same. Why not? With him, we talked about the diversity of the portfolios as a whole, you know, each student bringing something different to the table, to the event. But I think we neglected to talk about the diversity within those portfolios. Would you talk a little bit about that?
The diversity within the portfolios.
Within the portfolios, yeah.
Well, I think really what it is for me is that the students through the course of their 2 years, sometimes a little longer here, really are able to key in on what it is about photography that they're interested in. Okay. It's a really broad marketplace. And so when I think of that diversity, it really starts with each individual because we're all diverse. We come from diverse backgrounds. We're influenced by different things. So I love the fact that we're able to, in a smaller school, work with these students in a way that we figure out where they fit in and what kind of images do they really want to make, so that really their heart and souls are on the table tonight. In terms of the diversity within the bodies of work, some of the work is actually really consistent and tight. But then you have other work that it is very diverse in terms of content. There's a photographer exhibiting tonight that has travel photography where he's done aerials and he's done road trips and traveled all around the West, and and there's portraits and there's landscapes and adventure kind of photographs, and it's an amazing body of work. So it's really what each student brings to the table, though.
Okay. Do you I feel like a lot of people who come into college, regardless of what degree they're doing, are kind of lost as to like finding their voice. When it comes to expressing themselves. But I feel like whenever I watch a portfolio here at the Isaacson School, by the end of it, each student definitely has it on point. They really know what it is that they want to do, the images they want to make, like you said. How does the school help the student develop that or find it?
That's a great question, and I really think part of that is that we're a smaller school, and so as opposed to being a single student sitting in a classroom of 250, other students listening to a lecture. We're in the trenches with these students every day. Almost all of our classes are hands-on in some sort of lab. We work with them one-on-one all the time. And as I was saying earlier, that allows us to really identify, who they are, what are they really interested in. And so I don't want to just reiterate what I just said, but it really has to do with us being a smaller school and getting to know these students and encouraging them to, as you said, find that voice. It's so important that we don't want them making pictures necessarily for other people, though that's what they'll have to do to make a living. But in order to stand out in a world that is just saturated with imagery and media, they do have to have a unique personal vision. They do have to understand that voice and who they are as a person influences how they see the world. And until they find that, they can't make pictures that are going to be uniquely their own. And I think that's what we're seeing in the results that we get out of this program, is that small school, lots of one-on-one contact with the students. Students getting to really pursue their passions and zero in on what it is that they want to do. And the work as a result is just absolutely amazing in my personal opinion.
Well, I do believe so as well. And thank you for being here, Derek Johnston. And we'll take you back to Natusa, huh? Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Hey guys, my name is Zeke Hall. We're in the prototype lab. It's a new addition to the Isaacson School for New Media. We have a lot of high-end equipment that we get to play with out here. So we have a dirty side of the lab and a clean side. The dirty side is where you go make a mess, and we have a filtration system that sucks up all of your mess. That's where you're gonna find bandsaw, miter saw, sander, grinder. We have a lathe, and then all of your hand tools, all of that is gonna be over on the dirty side. On our clean side, we have a screen printer, we have a foam cutter, we have a vinyl cutter, we have a 3D scanner, a 3D printer, and we also have the laser engraver. On top of that, we're up at Spring Valley, and the prototype lab has a fabulous view of Mount Sopris, probably one of the best that you have on campus. So my advice, come check it out for yourself.
Yeah, me, feel free to look at the camera, and myself, yeah, both.
2, 1, live.
Well, hello again, and look at what a fun group of people we're bringing for you to hear about. You know, we just had the program director here, and now we have Kristen Cullen here, who is the CEO of the CMC Foundation. And for those of you who don't know, the CMC Foundation is pretty much, you know, why don't I let you explain it?
Sure, great. Hi. Well, thanks for having me. And the CMC Foundation is our in-house fundraising partner for the college. And so we've actually been here since 1985. Through gifts from the community, we have been able to support the college with almost $40 million in support. In fact, this very building that we're sitting in, the Callaway building, was a gift from Jim and Connie Callaway, and just, you know, tremendous support from people for not only our buildings, but programs, scholarships, all sorts of great things. So it's really a pleasure just to sort of be able to connect the dots to people that care about CMC, which fortunately there is a lot of them, and to our programs and students.
Well, you know, the students certainly produce stuff that makes people care about this school. You know, this place produces a lot of amazing stuff. Since you mentioned scholarships, I'd rather ask you about that just because the opportunity is here. I know that the foundation gives a lot of scholarships to the students around here, primarily also to the Isaacson School members. Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
Oh, happy to. And in fact, it's scholarship season right now. So the CMC Foundation has almost 500 scholarships that we gave out this past year. We have 165 named scholarships. And what that means is somebody, so you want to be a donor to the CMC Foundation. Why wouldn't you? I mean, why wouldn't you? Exactly. And so you could name a scholarship that sort of specifically says, right, I would like to support Isaacson School students, and they can be at any of our 11 campuses, since I know that the Isaacson School program supports students everywhere. Obviously, it's primarily here at the Spring Valley campus, up at the Aspen campus, but, you know, with the expansion of the school,
that's right,
including communication, arts, and media, it's now at all 11 campuses.
Wow.
So, wow.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No, that's good news for me.
See, good news.
Yeah.
Good news. And so our scholarship program, which you can apply right now through, priority is actually through March 1st. March 1st. So you go to the CMC Colorado MTN.edu website, and then there's you can apply for scholarships, and that takes you right to the foundation page. And we've got 165 named scholarships on there. Last year we gave out $1.2 million in scholarship support.
Wow.
Wow is right. It's
Thank
really
you.
is. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And really, it's,
I'm a recipient, so you're probably paying for my college right now. The foundation is.
we really are.
Wow.
Let's be honest.
Let's
we
be
really
honest.
are.
Yes, I know that they are. It's a fact.
But you've earned it. But you've
Well,
earned
thank
it,
you.
right? And so, I mean, it is a competitive process to receive our foundation scholarships, and so right now, as I said, it's open. We do have scholarships specific to the Isaacson School, quite a few. And so you can type in, right, what your preference is, that you're looking for maybe Spring Valley specifically, or that you're looking for general. You can type in, you know, nursing. You can type in whatever it is that you're looking for. Isaacson School, and our scholarships that are available populate for them. But it's a pretty competitive process to get them. You have to, you know, we do require essays, and we require references, because, you know, people that donate to the college, you know, do so because they certainly want to support all of you, but also they want to be sure that
it's the best candidate.
It's the best candidate.
And you know, I do
it's-
notice that they try and get to know the recipient too. You know.
Absolutely.
And through years of because I've been coming to CMC for quite a few years now, and I have gotten to know the donors, you know, themselves, and people in the foundation.
Can you see her?
They are very personal and know who you are.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and in fact, we've had the chance to get to know you quite well this past year as part of our 50th anniversary.
That's right.
Jesse, for those of you that don't know Jesse, it was the narrator of our 50th anniversary video that really showcased 50 years of history, our 11 campuses, and it was really fun to have that chance. But also, I think, right, it wasn't just something that we needed for an event. It was part of your own learning.
That's right, yeah.
Experience. And I thought maybe you can talk a little bit about sort of, you know, how that tied into your own educational experience and all that stuff.
Well, you know, the 50th was quite the occasion because not, you know, a school this size, you know, doesn't always turn 50. and it's quite the event.
Just once,
Just once, and you caught me there. But we made a video, highlighting what makes the school special, and with the help of the Isaacson School, actually, is the partner who produced it, et cetera, et cetera.
But
I
you guys
think
wrote the script, and you filmed it, and you cut it,
and it was a student thing.
It was a student production to really put together, and we had all of the dignitaries from all the past 50 years, all former
Hey, we're
presidents,
live. We're back at the
trustees,
photo
all
studio
the
here
major
with the
donors.
students. They're presenting their portfolio this fall semester. And we finally get to talk to someone because they're all so busy. Everybody wants to see their work, and we have Caitlin here. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel really good. Like it's finally finished, and I worked super hard on all of this, and it's really good to finally showcase it to people. And yeah, I mean that's the best feeling ever. Like, just really proud.
Yeah, and what do you have here? You have prints and you have your website?
Yeah, I have a print in my portfolio book, and then my website is up, my resume here. These are our leave behinds. I made some keychains and a business card and a postcard, and got the whole spread. So.
Nice. And what are your plans after this? Now it's over. School is over for you, right?
Oh, I'm gonna move back to Fort Collins, gonna go home for a little while, be with my friends and family and stuff, and then look for internships, and that's kind of the goal, is just, start looking for work, hit the ground running, and get some experience under my belt.
Nice. Thank you. This is very last minute. Thank you very much. She finally got a little bit of a second to talk to us. And now we have Kat here, who's so busy, so we can't talk to her right now, but I can show you her business card. Look how cute it is. And we also have some pictures that she took that you can see it right now. Oh my God. Thank you. I'm like, oh, what should we talk about? But you say, it's like, ah.
Well, hello once again. I hope you're not getting too tired of seeing me. I'm sure I'm not. We have Robert Martin here, who's the director of the Isaacson School. And I just want to, we've been talking about the Isaacson School all night long, and I don't think you all really know what the school is, about and its foundation or even its history. So I thought, let's bring Rob on. He can give us a little bit about the story of the school. So would you mind talking a little bit about that?
No, not at all. Not at all. So it's some context. So Colorado Mountain College has nine locations and 11 sites within the mountainous region of Colorado. And we've done some really amazing things for the past 50 years in education, doing a lot of majors that other schools don't offer or very few schools do offer. About 6 years ago, a group of faculty got together and said, we need to be teaching new media. And they sat down and they had this conversation about what is new media, found out that we are teaching parts of new media, but we didn't have a great way necessarily to go into that, what new media actually is. And so they came together and they talked about, well, how do we bring these things together, these disparate things of photography, graphic design, digital media, journalism, marketing, all these kind of things. And sat down and talked about it. And one of the people on that committee knew Walter Isaacson. Prior to Walter's involvement in the Aspen Institute, which is when he became involved with us, he helped to run CNN. This is a person with a long and deep history and a deep love of media. He also writes books, largely about very famous innovators. People like Leonardo da Vinci, Ben Franklin, Einstein.
He writes books about these people.
Names that you would know. And at the time, he was finishing up a book about Steve Jobs, who, of course, famously ran Apple. And one of the things that's common in his books is that there is change to happen. There's power to create change at the intersection of the humanities or the arts and technology. And that's one of the things that he feels very deeply. And so one of these original people, Jim Calloway, contacted him, said, Walter, would you be interested in having a school named after you? And he very kindly loaned us his name. And so we get to use his name and also pick his brain on occasion and work at the Aspen Institute with our students to kind of come together and say, well, we know there's a great future in this multiple media, in visual communication. We're changing as a society to have more and more visual communication. I'm sure as many of our viewers have seen, they've seen more and more videos, they see more and more photos, right? We communicate in a different way. And so this school looks at that and says, well, how do we leverage our ability to communicate visually, cross that with technology? Not just the ability to create this kind of media, but also the ability to then use it and disseminate it on social media and other ways.
Well, I'm really glad that you brought up the specific point, because for some people may not know that this specific portfolio is only photography, but come the springtime, they also have a portfolio for the graphic design students as well as the new media students. Could you talk a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, I would just say stay tuned. At the early part of May, we'll have another one of these. We'll have a lot more students involved and a lot of other people. It'll be really great to see what they're doing.
All right. Well, we hope to see you in the spring again, and thank you for tuning in.
Okay, we're live. Are we? We're live. Go.
Hey everyone, we're back here talking to the students from Portfolio Fall 2017. And right now we're talking to Hannah Jones. And Hannah, what do we have here? What did you bring for your portfolio show?
So for the show, I have my website over here on the computer and a little comment book right here. So if people want to leave comments, they can. Portfolio book, which is probably the most important. Some leave behinds over here, just some little brochures where you can get my information, contact information. And my little business cards in front of that. And it's my spread.
And what is the process for you to choose what you're going to show tonight? Are these your favorite pictures, or the pictures that you got feedback from other people that they thought that they were your best work?
So it's a little bit of both. So I've been doing portraiture for a while, at least for the last year and a half now. So I basically just went back into my catalog, my pictures, and found the ones that I did like the most and pulled those to see if they were good enough, in my opinion, to go in my book and on my website. And then a lot of them are new as well, just shooting new images.
Nice. And now that you're done with school, what are your plans for the future and for your career?
So my plans are to go back home. I'm from Arkansas, so I'm going to go back home, be with my family, and there are a lot of businesses that actually focus around what I like to do. So I've been sending letters of interest and resumes out to them to see if I can either land a job or at least get my foot in the door. So that's my plans for now.
Nice. Well, good luck. Thank you very much for talking to us. And we're going to talk to more students very soon. I have Hannah's business card here. Look how cute, how delicate it is. That's very nice. Thank you very much. We're going to be back with more interviews soon.
Okay, are you guys off on another thing? We're gonna go.
Hey everybody, that was really quick. We're already back at the photo lab here. I have Kit Mitchell, that he has a very full here space with all kinds of work that he's been doing during college. So how did you choose all this stuff that you're bringing here? So this is stuff that you've been doing at school, or you're already working with photography professionally?
So this past summer, I actually began working with a company called Estate Photo Video, and that's basically where I got most of my work here. So pretty much like last 6 months or so, I've just been collecting this. So this is pretty much like the greatest hits, if you will, of the photos I've got so far. I'm still pretty new at it, so I can only expect it to get better from here. So it's just the beginning.
Nice. And what are your career goals? What do you want to do after this portfolio night?
So as I mentioned, the company I'm working for just started this past summer, and we're growing fast, and I think there's a lot of potential for it going forward. So just going to ride that wave, see where it goes.
And how is your experience tonight? It's everything like you planned? What are the comments that people are saying about your work?
Yeah, everything seems pretty positive. My book, I will say, I'm not super happy with. I spent a lot of money, and it didn't come out exactly how I wanted. But other than that, it's all good, and that's not something I can control, so can't really worry about it.
No, yeah, it happens with everybody. Thank you very much. I'm gonna show you guys this business card. It's really cute. It's nice, and we're gonna be back soon talking to more students here at the Photo Lab. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
This is being nerve-wracking. Good luck with everything. Good, we just
guys, I'm here with Daria Standish, who's also in the photography program. And Dario is from Steamboat Springs. So Daria, what brought you all the way over here to Glenwood?
I came to CMC Glenwood because I had heard about the program and I knew that their photo program was really good here, so I decided to come here. So, yeah.
Well, how did you like it then? Because you're graduating now.
I loved it. I wish it was 4 years, honestly. I'm like sad to be leaving so soon already, but I love the program. I love the teachers. They're great. Everyone here was awesome. It was a lot of fun, good time, bittersweet.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And I noticed you do a lot of horses. What got you into the animal photography?
Yes, so fine art equine portraiture is like what I'm calling it. I got into this. I've always been obsessed with horses ever since I was younger, and I just thought horses would be a good choice. Why not spend a whole semester around horses all day? So.
Well, what are you going to do now that you're graduating?
I'm not totally sure. I'm probably going to dip into doing the wild horse scene and running around doing that kind of stuff. Not totally sure yet, but.
Are you going to go back to Steamboat Springs now?
Probably not. No, I'll probably stay here. Yeah. There's a lot of horse people here that I know and get my name out more. And, yeah.
Great. Well, guys, that is Daria, who's been here for 2 years, and she's loving it. And can you show us just a couple of your pictures here?
This is Annie.
Beautiful. Are we wrapping up? Okay. Oh, those are gorgeous. That is a beautiful picture. Very nice. And this is Daria's business card, so you can always find her online somewhere at Daria Standish Photography. Okay. Back to you guys.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, switching in. 3, 2, 1.
All right, hello everyone. This is our last interchange. I hope we haven't talked your ears off. We just wanted to show you a little bit about the back scene. This is the production you're seeing right now, the live stream of this, is actually part of our final from the computational media class. We run the live stream from here. There's the switcher, and we have our producer, our graphics person. The person who's holding the camera, you saw her earlier, it's Dawn. Here we have Natuza, I guess, taking a picture as we're...
Yeah, this is going to Isaacson School Instagram.
All right, so be sure to check that out at Isaacson School Instagram. And from all of us here, we want to say thank you for joining us, and be sure to come back during the spring semester when we have our portfolio for the graphic design, the new media, and the photography. Thank you. We'll see you next year semester.